Hi, I'm going to show you a Brazilian blow dry, what it is. It doesn't matter on your hair texture, um, whether you have an afro or whether you have straight hair. Obviously, you're going to want to manage your hair. Particularly for me, focusing on the texture of your hair, whether or not you need to manage it or how you want to style your hair with ease. Now, not a lot of people know what a Brazilian blow dry is, and given my complexion, my heritage, I can deal with afro hair, and it's kind of in between a lot of afro, but sometimes I just want to do it differently because I can, and that's the thing about um, learning to manage your hair and do different styles, techniques without damaging it, without ruining it. You try your best to preserve your hair as much as possible. So today I'm going to bring you a Brazilian blow dry. It's very small. It's in the palm of my hand. You see, this here is called. So I'm not even going to pronounce that. Am I recommending this? Well, it's a product that I use, and if you look at the small print would say complex Brazilian keratin straightening treatment. Okay. I use this on my hair. I used to use a harsh relaxer, straightening relaxer, that's what you call it. And as you know, using that relaxer, what I found with is that when I started to put my hair up, it would break, it would snap my hair off, and then I would have short bits and having to start all over again by chopping it all off. And the one product that has actually, I will say, improved my hair, manage my hair is more manageable, and I can still have it diverse if I choose to. So even though I will put this product on, this product will then still be able to wash my hair and put it back to how it was. If I want the afro, I can have the afro if I want to. So I'm doing a step by step. So here goes. I've washed my hair, because when you buy it, it can come in a box, or you can buy it singly like this. If it comes in a box, it's about £24, etc. 24, £26, because they're going to give you this clarifying shampoo. And the clarifying shampoo is just to strip your hair from oil and grease. So if you can find a cleansing one, you can save money. Just buy that instead and use the cleansing shampoo. That's what I used to do hairdressing. This is what I found out is about your hair. What will your hair take? Will you manage the product without wasting product as well? So I've washed my hair anyway, and I did use this morning, but generally I don't. I would use cleansing, as I said. So here goes. You know what? So you wash your hair, and then it's wet. And then it's a mess because you've used the clarifying shampoo, and so it feels quite hard and in texture. And so it's there, but it's a nice shaggy look. And this is without anything left. I've still got a little bit of product left on my hair from last time, but that would probably be probably from here onwards, because this part, when it starts to thicken up, that means I've got to do my roots again. Now the thing about it is getting old and gracefully 50 is that I'm getting lots of grey hairs, and having lots of grey hairs, what do I do? What do I do? Keep colouring my hair at the roots, which is not good for my hair either. But do I keep colouring it, or do I accept to grow grey gracefully? But I found that when you are going grey and you only get the small parts here, sometimes being on fairer skin can actually kind of make you kind of feel quite ill, look quite ill without it around it. So I think whilst it's growing grey, sometimes I've used a dab on colour to just make it look tidier and more neater. But yeah, I'm going to get on with the product now. So what I have to do now, so it's not dry, it's wet, it's still wet, but now I'm going to have to dry it out fully. So We don't have to have a warm, hot heat. We can have a cool heat. Just and embrace it. Watch a bit of telly while you're drying your hair. I'm going to section it methodically in a moment. And once this is dry, I'm going to section it and then I'm going to apply the Brazilian blow dry. So I will be right back. I mean, you can be neat and just take out the sections of your hair a bit at a time, just so you make it dry properly. Clip that up, get a brush, whatever you want to do. You know, don't rip your hair out. Just gently prise it out. You should use a detangling comb for any knots. Be very careful to just prise them out. No knots in there. Look at that. Look at that. That's an extra change. So once I've got that on, I can dry it methodically if I want to. Or just say, what's the point? Just dry it. The thing is about drying it in sections, it means that you will dry it properly. You can dry it properly, and you really want to make sure that it's dried properly. I will come back in a minute once I've dried it, and you'll see before and after product. Once we've dried our hair, we then would section the hair, okay, because it's important that you do this properly. So I would probably, I mean, if you don't want a part in the middle, really you wouldn't go. For me, I'm just going to section my hair just roughly and start. Gosh, I don't really want a part in my hair. That's why I'm being very careful what I do. So I'm just going to take one section for now. Let me bunch that up so it's out of my way. And so I'm going to work on this section here. So I'm going to the back of the ear, divide it again. So there's quite a bit there, isn't there? Absolutely. So for me, I am about getting to the roots. So what I do, it's a bit like colouring your hair actually, I suppose, is to, you know, the ends of these, pretty good. So the ends of these are pretty good. So what you do is I take it from here and I section and I pull a little bit of, see my hair's broken off, it looks like it's broken off, but actually it hasn't broken off, it just looks like it's probably where the curls are and then it goes straight at the end, but it hasn't. So I'm just going to take a piece of this is all it is. You take this and be very careful not to spill it because this price is expensive, right? It's expensive, right? So, and in there is just a little bit of liquid. And that's very, it smells very potent, nice. Can't explain it. You don't really want to be sniffing it too much, but you really need a vented area, especially when you're going to have to dry this now. So you put this on here, and you brush it here to the edges, and because I've already got treatment on, I'll just take it about here because I've already got treatment. But if you are fresh, newcomer to this, then take it all the way down to the bottom because there's a little comb that they give you, tiny little comb that you will use. Once you've done that, so just put it here because you know you're going to follow that on. So this is what you do: you brush it on, brush it one way. Let's have a look. Brush it one way, divide it again, brush it down. That's it, brush it down. You can wear gloves. You could wear gloves with this because it does make your hands feel a bit funny, but I'm used to the product, so you should wear gloves, to be honest. But that doesn't come with gloves. That's it, this treatment. Can you imagine you doing that all over your head? So once this treatment is on, you leave it for a while. And then what happens is you are going to have to blow dry it all over again, or just leave it. So you put the product on. See, putting the product on. And what we do is the little combs that they give you. God, we lost it at night. They give you a tiny little comb, or you've got a thin comb. So you don't want that. That's too big. You want a fine comb. I've gone and lost mine. Even that's too big. So you want a finer comb than that. And I'm just going to use this for a minute. And what you do is you would be bringing the. Look at this. This is what happens. You must be very careful, because even though you've combed it out, you might get a few knots. But once you put the product in again, and you use the finer comb, which I should go get, which I will do actually, any excess on the product ends up going back on the comb, so you can use that again to pull it through. That's it, really. And that's what I'm going to do all the way through the hair. Once that's done, it's kind of stinky, so you really do, it starts to burn the eyes a little bit, so you really need to go outside and air it out a little bit. Particularly when you start to blow dry your hair, you'll find that the fumes from this can sting your eyes. So put it on a cold air, try and have the window open while you're doing it, then you're going to blow dry it. But you need to leave this on for a little while. There are instructions here. I never read them, because in fact, actually, there's no instructions here. I read the box when I first got the box, but there's no instructions here. So for me, it's about washing your hair, sectioning your hair, put the product on as if you would do hair dye, you know, hair color or whatever you want to call it. So I'm a bit awkward here because I'm not looking at the mirror and I'm on the computer. So once that's done, like I said, you will continue to put the product onto your hair. Simple. And like I said, you will get a very small comb, and you will comb that through. But anyway, I'm going to come back and tell you once I've done the product very gently. You don't want to rip your hair out. You don't want to rip your hair out. Can you see, look, my curls are coming back when it's wet. You get the naturally curly bit. But all of this other stuff, this is regrowth. All this here is regrowth. And that's what I'm doing, the regrowth. On a Brazilian blow dry. Then I'm going to come back. You've seen my before. I'm going to come back and I'm going to lock in the product. Okay, so I'll come back in a minute. Once the Brazilian blow dry is in your hair, this is the comb that you want, very small. What it does is you pull it, slick it back. Yeah, remember the real cream, very careful not to rip. And what it does is it drags the product, and you can see the product is on their comb now. So to distribute it evenly, you will drag the comb through. See, product on comb. Let's not waste the product. So we're making sure that it goes evenly through the hair, and right down to the roots. Now, if you need to be careful, it's more the underneath, the undergrowth that I'm trying to get at to make sure that it's evenly done. So let's have a look. So I can feed it. The knots coming down very gently. Not the knots, this is where the product is. So very gently prise that down, the product down, all the way to the ends. So that's it. Product on, no wasting product. So it's in my hair. Lovely. I shall wash my hands now. The product is on. This is so that's the length of my hair. If you can see it. That's the length of my hair right there. I have honestly I still have enough to do next month or in a couple of months, just touch up a little bit of a regrowth. So I've used, I don't tip it over. I've still got a little bit left, a little bit of the product left. So I should pop on the lid and go and wash my hands. Give myself a little break before I do the rest. So this is the product. As you can see, I'm not doing my grey hairs today. So they're there, and I don't want to do the grey hairs. Once this is drying out a little bit, I should run the blow dryer over it all again. And you can do that now if you want to, because it's not the blow dryer that's going to seal in the product. It is actually these, it should be about 200, I think, heat. And it's actually these that are going to seal in the product. And when you put in the product, you have to. You put this on there, that, and you pull it through. And it has to be pulled in 5 times to lock in the product. Don't hold it there. No, you just wish to know the heat to lock in the product. And I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Obviously, when I'm doing this video, because it takes a lot, I have to pause, come back, pause again, and then explaining it a little bit and thinking, have I lost my way of what I'm showing you? No, not really. Like I said, a simple product. This very thin, fine comb, and I use this to paste it on. You know, this is to section it and then paste. So paste. Do this bit as well at the same time before you do the rest of it. So that's what I've done. Put all of this on. It's on. So my hair's been washed. It's got the product on it now. It's been washed. It's been dried. It's now been processed with this product. Now I need to dry it again. So I have to wait. But it is so worth it. You think, oh, this is long. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. It really is worth it. The texture is nice. It's flowing. It's more manageable. Even when you wash it and dry it again, it's quicker to dry than previously before. So it's watch. I always wonder why Oprah Winfrey could go and shake her head, whether or not she used the Brazilian or whether or not it's a weave, I don't know. But either nor, the texture looks beautiful, and I'm going to show you the finished product in a bit. See you in a minute. You blow it away from your face. Don't sting your eyes because of the product. So it's going to take quite a while to dry out. It's starting to dry, but it does take a while. So you're going to have to do it in sections. Otherwise, it will just takes too long. So just do it in sections and dry it out. And remember to do it away from your face because the product smells. And if you can, open a window or so because the product does smell. Not nasty, but it's quite coated on your eyes and can make your eyes water. So, and that's the product. Here you're looking at it in. But yeah, once you dry this, no, that's not the finished product, I'm afraid. This is the process of it. And once you've dried it, then we lock in the treatment. So we'll be back when we've dried the whole hair. So once you've sealed in the product 5 times, that's the product. You can smell it's a little bit damp. And so it should be better. 5 times to look in the product, and there you go. So it's so much more smoother. When I wash it again the next time, it will be much more smoother because right now it has the chemical. It has the product in it, natural product, Brazilian Keratin treatment. straightening treatment. So you won't put this up. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? See, it's still got a kink in here, so I should go back and straighten that. And if you did it methodically in sections, then you wouldn't have these bits. But if it gets, imagine if you go out, it says you're not supposed to get it wet, and imagine if you go out and it starts to rain a little bit, we'll come back and just seal it again with this, and that would do it. So for me, this little product here is amazing. It lasts 5 months or so. I've got a little bit left to top up, so in a 5 months time I can top it up and I won't have to buy any again for a little while, because as it grows, as your hair grows, it's the root here that is the bits here that grow, and they're different texture because it doesn't have this on it. So you top it up later on, take a little brush and just do the roots, just the roots, dry it, seal it. It's all about sealing it. It's all about sealing it and not mixing it with like a conditioner or something. So the next time I wash my hair in about 3 days time, I can wash my hair again, although I probably won't wash it for at least 5 days or so. If I was going out, then yeah, I'd probably rush to wash it, but I'm not. So I'm not in a hurry to wash out what I just sealed in. And the longer you leave your hair without washing, the better anyway. Did you know hair is self-cleaning? Full stop. So really and truly, no putting your hair up in bands after you've done that for a while. Just put the kink back in your hair again, isn't it? You just straightened it. So that's the idea of not putting the hair in bands. For me, well worth it. £20 for 5 months. Well worth it, innit? I mean, I don't know what you spend in hairdressers now for hairdressers to cut hair, but I'm sure it's above that. So very much worth it. There are instructions on YouTube for that. So follow the instructions. Yeah, it's good to be different. It's good to learn something different. So that's my tip. Earlier I was talking about plaiting hair. If you don't know how to plait hair, I mean, there's more tips that you could be shown. Plaiting hair consists of 3 strands. 1, 2, 3. And then the process of 1, 2, 3, it's, see that 1, 2, 3. It's just like that all the time, you know. Just like that all the time. So, you know, obviously you can get it much neater, but I don't want to put the kinks in my hair. So, learning to plait. There are skills on YouTube. You can look on YouTube and find everything that you need to know on YouTube. Brazilian blow dry, where can you get this from? You can compare prices on Amazon and also on eBay. Amazon depends how quick you want it. eBay, I got mine from eBay because it was cheaper, and I didn't go for the clarifying shampoo because I didn't have to. Anyway, so voila. See you later. That is a Brazilian blow dry with Kerry Mussington. What is my normal day job is suicide prevention. That's what I like to do, suicide prevention. And so what I'm trying to do is pep talk on all of the discovery and the knowledge that I've got within my mind. I'm just sharing it with you. So yeah, look after yourself, look after your feet, look after your mind, look after your face, lotion your body, and you won't age so quickly. And I think that's a mistake. People of a different complexion make. They don't always lotion their body. They think you can't see how the chalky appearances or the scratch marks. So you know, when you scratch, you can at least a little bit of a white line, you know, your skin. And if you do that, you think you can't see that because of the complexion. You're wrong. You age when you don't lotion your face and skin. You age quicker. So you want to keep the elastication to lotion your skin. Life's great at 50. I'm going to be 52 next year. And my son does that to me. 51 this year, 52 next year. Why? Because I'm looking after my skin and I'm trying to look after my hair. I think everybody should learn to look after their skin, male or female, should definitely learn to look after their body. Every part of it is a blessing. Take care.